So here we have the joint rebuilt with the larger bolts because the corner pieces are 1/4 inch thick, so the other bolts weren't quite long enough, and we're ready to do another test. So here we have a familiar setup. Back of the truck is lifted. This thing isn't at 90 degrees. I put this as high as possible so we didn't have to go through the initial testing part. I zeroed the scale. We're at 30 pounds right now. What I'm going to do is drop this end, see how high we go. Not being very careful with the system because I'm actually expecting it to do better this time. So we are up to 75 pounds. Let's say that, let's put it straight up and down. There we go. Straight up and down, we're at 78 pounds now. And it's going to slip off. There. 80 pounds. All right. 80 pounds. Okay, we're kind of starting this one off where the last one ended. So we're at 54 inches from contact. A little longer than the other way. And we're going to pump her up and see where we get to. There we are at 100 pounds. Is where I run out of hydraulics. We're at 125, and the bolts have moved off of their position, their initial position. I put a little blue line beside where the triangle was, and it's definitely moved from there. Okay, we are set up here again. We're up to a load of 95 pounds, so let's see how high we can go. 135. 135 is as high as we got. Okay, my creativity seems to be waning in the cold. All I'm doing is a little bit more of the same. So my contact point is now 52, well, let's call it 52, not 52 and a half. 52 inches, just up over 100 pounds, and I rotated the jack by mistake. 130, I'm probably pushing down a little bit, and it starts to slide as soon as I let go. So with the addition of a couple of screws on the bottom, between the small piece of 2x4 and the bigger one, and a big pipe clamp that goes from the top of the aluminum tube to the bottom of the lower 2x4. I think this is well, it may not be safe, but it's safer than it was. So hydraulics are back screwed together. We're at 110 pounds, and we're going to see how far she goes. 135. 140. 140. Nope, 145. 150 is took a little longer. 150, we seem to be staying at 150. Yep. I would say we're bending the crap out of something at 150. 152 is all I got. and that's a long way in the. So what you will see is here, this piece should be straight like this. It bent here, so the 1.25" tube that I stuck into my hitch bent. So that was actually what failed. Looking at this joint and where we started to begin with, I didn't take video of it, which was a silly thing, because then I would have known for sure whether this joint moved at all. But for right now, on this end we're looking at 1 5/8, and over here we are on the end at 4 3/8. And I don't know how far we were away from that to begin with, but I'm tempted not to take it apart. I don't see any deformation. The other thing, of course, is in the last test, this joint was so much stronger than this joint that I was pretty sure it was this joint that failed. Right now, I'm not at all sure that it wasn't these bolts that are pulling through, or these instead of these. Because since we made the plates that much thicker and stronger, my original idea of it being the sides of the tube that are going to be ovaling out the holes is possible. Actually, I guess I'll take it apart because I want to know. So, results. If you look here, you'll see that this has no play whatsoever. This one doesn't. This one has a little bit in and around here. That one, this hole, not this hole, but this hole has a little bit of play. So this one may have started to fail. This is the vertical tube that just connected them together. No play. No play. None. None. So this vertical tube has no issues. The clamp on the truck, the top part of that, again, I can't even get it in here. I think I tightened the bolt too much and it crushed the top a little bit. So there's no issues in there. There's a little bit of play here I wasn't expecting. And again, this one's nice and tight. That one's nice and tight. This one's a little bit of play. So I'm actually seeing some play I wasn't expecting in the 1/4" plate. Again, it's not a lot of play. It's not nearly as significant as this. This used to be straight from here on up. So it started bending there and it just kept going. So that was at 150 pounds. 150 pounds at 54 inches, 4.5 feet, 675 pounds or so. But I think I have to retest the joint and find out where the plate or where the sidewalls fail. I'm going to have to get some structural tube, the rounded edges, so that I can stick it straight into the hitch and avoid this complexity, and then retest. But that's not going to happen tomorrow. It's probably not going to happen until next week now. But we will continue.